A brief overview of the planning enforcement process, including key principles and practices in regulatory compliance.
Planning enforcement operates within the framework of development management. It is led by a dedicated service team responsible for coordinating intelligence sources to identify and address breaches. This team plays a crucial role in maintaining the integrity of the planning system by ensuring that developments comply with established regulations. Their work involves close collaboration with various stakeholders and departments to gather information and take appropriate enforcement actions. The effectiveness of this team directly impacts public confidence in the planning process, making their role both strategic and operationally significant.
The approach to planning enforcement includes conducting site visits to understand the context of potential breaches and gather necessary evidence. These visits are essential for making informed decisions and ensuring transparency in enforcement actions. Evidence collected during site inspections helps substantiate claims and supports the legal framework required for formal notices. This methodical approach ensures that enforcement is not only reactive but also proactive, allowing officers to assess situations comprehensively and determine the most appropriate course of action.
The primary purpose of planning enforcement is to protect public interests by ensuring compliance with planning laws. It addresses unauthorized developments that may harm the environment or community well-being. Enforcement actions help maintain orderly development and uphold the principles of sustainable planning. By tackling breaches effectively, the enforcement process reinforces the credibility of the planning system and deters future violations. This function is vital for preserving the character of local areas and safeguarding community interests.
Planning enforcement faces several limitations, including resource constraints that can delay action. The absence of statutory deadlines means that responses may be slower, especially when coordination with other bodies is required. These delays can impact the effectiveness of enforcement and reduce public trust. Additionally, complex cases often require legal advice, further stretching available resources. Addressing these limitations requires strategic planning, adequate staffing, and streamlined processes to ensure timely and effective enforcement.
Planning enforcement investigates various types of breaches, including unauthorized changes in land use, building works, and violations involving listed buildings or conservation areas. Non-compliance with conditions attached to planning permissions is also a significant concern. These breaches can have serious implications for local environments and heritage sites. Identifying and addressing such violations is crucial for maintaining planning integrity and ensuring that developments align with approved plans and community expectations.
Modern enforcement tools include planning contravention notices, PCNs, temporary stop notices, TSNs, and breach of condition notices, BCNs. PCNs are used to gather information about suspected breaches. TSNs provide immediate halts to activities causing serious harm, and BCNs address non-compliance with planning conditions. These tools enable enforcement officers to respond swiftly and proportionately to violations. Their effective use is essential for maintaining control over development activities and ensuring compliance with planning regulations.
The enforcement process begins with identifying a breach through site inspection or public complaint. Once a breach is confirmed, its impact on public interest is assessed. Based on this assessment, appropriate action is decided, ranging from taking no further action, negotiating with the involved parties, or issuing formal notices. This structured process ensures that enforcement actions are justified, proportionate, and legally sound. It also provides a clear framework for decision-making and accountability.
Technical considerations in planning enforcement include understanding the legal framework governing enforcement actions, employing effective evidence-gathering techniques, and using technology to monitor compliance. Legal knowledge is essential for issuing valid notices and defending actions if challenged. Evidence must be robust and well documented to support enforcement decisions. Technology, such as GIS and remote monitoring tools, enhances the ability to track developments and identify breaches efficiently.
Responsibility for enforcement is prioritized based on the severity of the breach and its impact on the community. High-priority cases involve irreversible damage or safety risks and require immediate attention. Prioritization ensures that limited resources are allocated effectively and that the most critical issues are addressed promptly. This approach helps maintain public confidence and ensures that enforcement efforts are focused where they are most needed.
Policies and service standards guide the enforcement process, ensuring a consistent approach across cases. These standards include timely response times and clear communication with stakeholders. Adhering to established policies helps build trust and ensures that enforcement actions are fair and transparent. Service standards also provide benchmarks for performance and accountability, contributing to continuous improvement in enforcement practices.
Planning enforcement faces practical challenges such as balancing workload demands with available resources and managing complex cases that require legal input. These challenges necessitate strategic resource allocation and effective case management. Training and support for enforcement officers are essential to navigate legal complexities and ensure consistent decision-making. Addressing these challenges is key to maintaining an effective and responsive enforcement service.
In summary, planning enforcement is vital for upholding the integrity of the planning system. It ensures compliance, protects public interests, and maintains orderly development. Effective enforcement requires adequate resources, trained staff, and a clear legal framework. By addressing breaches promptly and consistently, enforcement builds public trust and supports sustainable community development. Thank you for engaging with this overview of planning enforcement.